Do you love to curl up with a good book? Well, today I'll be joined by author and professor Dr. Nick Jones to reveal our much anticipated book of the month. Once that monogram gets your creativity flowing, creating your very own jewellery might be just up your alley. Earring and necklace designer Mia Scudds is going to show us how to piece together gems and metal to create stunning pieces. And later, our guests will play a round of Let's Face It with our tea of the week. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss this. Welcome to Spill the Tea, the show where we give you all the hot topic information that you need to know. I'm your host, Erica Leng, and here with me today is Dr. Nick Jones. Hello, Nick.
Hi,
Welcome
Erica.
to the show. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So, Nick is not only a doctor at the University of York, but he's also an author, and he's here to spill the tea and reveal our book of the month. Over to you, Nick. What's the book of the month?
I'm so excited to spill the tea on my book, Spaces Mapped and Monstrous. What's it called? Digital 3D Cinema and Visual Culture, which is out now with Columbia.
So, what is this book about?
So, this is an extended study of 3D cinema and the way it kind of connects with a whole bunch of other media today and through history.
Brilliant. So I was reading a bit on the blurb on the back, and it mentions the importance of 3D design in cinema and how it's not just a cheap gimmick and how it can be really used to enhance cinema. So just tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the argument, is that a lot of people think of 3D as being this gimmicky thing. Maybe it's a bit fun, things get thrown out at you, whether it's like a spear or a ping pong ball or debris.
Yeah.
And that can be fun. But 3D is capable of so much more, and a lot of films use it in a much more kind of creative, interesting way. So just last year, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness had this kind of wonderful kind of kaleidoscopic, strange visual stuff going on through its use of 3D.
Yeah. So what inspired you to write it? Was it these things you've seen in cinema?
Yeah, so seeing films and just that were in 3D and thinking there's more going on here than I'm finding in the literature. So when I go and research it, it's like, yeah, there's some interesting stuff, but there's something missing. So maybe I can add that. Maybe my voice can fill in kind of some of that stuff that's going on that other people aren't talking about, that 3D is doing.
That does, it sounds interesting, it really does. So thank you very much for coming here. I'm excited to read your book this month. If you want to pre-order our book of the month, Spaces Mapped and Monstrous, Digital 3D Cinema and Visual Culture, so you can join the readers in the Spill the Tea community, check out the link on your screen now. Here with me now is jewellery designer and small business owner Mia Scudds, who will be showing us how to make a pair of her own stunning earrings. Mia, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I think I'm so excited. I am very excited to make these earrings. I've never made earrings before.
Don't worry, it's not actually that difficult.
Great.
And I'll take you through the process. What we're going to do is we're going to use these lovely things here, which are called eye pin needles, because the little hole at the top looks like an eye.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through my little box of beads over the years that I've collected, and we're going to make our own earrings, and we're just going to thread them on.
Okay, brilliant. So whereabouts do you source all of these beads from?
It's a variety of places. They're mostly all recycled beads. A lot of times I go into charity shops and take things that I think I look interesting, or people just tend to give me jewellery that they want to give away anyway.
Fab. So if I wanted to buy your earrings, where would I go?
So you'd go to Buy Me a Florence on Etsy. That's where I sell the majority of my earrings. I also have an Instagram, but use that less often. But yeah, I'd go to my Etsy.
Oh, fab. Okay, so what's your favourite piece you've ever created?
Oh, that's really hard. I did make recently a necklace and earrings for a short film at the University of York. So that was fun. It was a lovely, long necklace.
Oh, great. Okay, so is this looking good? Am I doing this right?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, we've gone for very similar.
Oh, we have. Oh, I'm going to add one more like
very
you.
Similar.
Yeah, okay.
One more, and then what we'll do is we'll take our pliers and we'll just make a little loop at the end.
Okay.
Just wrap it round, just to make sure it won't fall off, and that's what it looks like.
So a little loop like this.
It's quite difficult.
Brilliant.
There you go.
Great.
Fantastic.
So thank you so much, Mia, for coming on to the show today. Don't go away though, because this episode we also have our tea of the week. Let's check in now with our tea correspondent, Wilfred.
It's your favourite segment, Tea of the Week, with me, Wilfred. I've gone a little bit out of left field today. I've got us some white tea. This here is extravagant Earl Grey. What makes extravagant Earl Grey different to normal Earl Grey? Well, apart from the fact that it's a white tea, so the leaves are less processed. It's still got your bergamot, which is what makes an Earl Grey an Earl Grey, but it's got notes of vanilla. We've got here our Pimlico teapot. 1 teaspoon in there. And I've got here my tea time infuser as well. So with our kettle for a white tea, what you want to do is lift your lid just for a couple seconds, give it a waft, give it a blow, whatever you want, just cool it down a teeny tiny little bit. It needs to be 90-degree water. So yeah, it shouldn't be a massive change in colour. As I say, it's a white tea. It's going to be a lot clearer than a black tea would be. Here we go for the teapot now. 4 minutes, and I'll be ready. So now for the all-important taste test. So as you can see here, while it's still incredibly light, it's a lot darker than what we have. It's light, it's clear, and it just looks beautiful. So cheers to all of you at home.
So this tea sounds absolutely divine and I cannot wait to try it. But first with me, I've brought back Mia and Nick to play a round of Let's Face It. Let me quickly explain the rules. I have 2 mugs. One is filled with our super special tea of the week and the other is filled with a very, very bitter and cold coffee. Our contestants' job is to not spill the tea by reacting and revealing which drink they each have. So they need to try and keep a straight face. Our resident game show judge, Evan, will be watching their reactions to determine whether Mia or Nick was lucky enough to drink the tea of the week. Afterward, you'll each win a special prize. Now, Mia and Nick, are you both ready to taste and make no face?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, let's start with Mia then. You take the first sip.
Okay. Ooh. I feel like Mia was sort of trying to hold in her reaction, so I feel like that was coffee.
Okay, Nick?
Ooh. Prolonged eye contact.
wow.
I'm impressed.
So, Evan, which one do you think it was?
I think it was Mia.
You think it was Mia? Okay, well, let's see if our judge had it right. And the contestant with the specialty of the week was Nick. Nick had the coffee and Mia had the tea. So thank you to our judges for being here and thank you to Mia and Nick for playing. For your participation in today's game, you each get a bag of tea of the week, which is this one right here. So there you are, guys. Thank you for playing.
You don't need to pay me anymore.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's episode of Spill the Tea and tune in next week to, well, spill more tea. Goodbye.